Welcome back. Alrighty, who's in here? Joe Erickson, you're number one. Steve DeClark, what's going on? Lewis LPRC, what's going on? Mike, Thiblaut. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, my friend. Anyway, what's going on? So, let's talk about another RC that I'm almost done completing as of late. And hopefully, you guys are able to see. Oh, look, a little bit of dirt on these tires. How dare I? Anyway, I'm going to wait for a few more people to come in, and then we'll go over a few things with this RC and everything like that. So, I'm going to come over with my X-Max so you can make a video of it. You should. Love this RC, the Rubicon Jeep. Yeah, I love the Rubicon by far. The sad thing is that I've had a body and the top for it for a long time, and I've done nothing with it. I was going to make this either into a Minions car, have Minions all over there, and have Gru driving it. Nah, little crazy things and stuff like that. So I'll wait for a few more people to jump in, and then we'll start off the segment as soon as possible. And we just get this situated right now, so you guys are able to see a few things happening with this RC. There we go. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, I would definitely need mud flaps on this one. Design Vortex, what's going on? Anyway, so let's begin. Axial, sorry. Axial SCX10. So I believe this is one of my first Axial vehicles that I have acquired since I've been doing RC videos and stuff like that. This is one of the first ones I had. This one has a lot of company updates on there. Usually I go with a specific company, but this one has just an immense amount of upgrades from different companies that, you know what, I said, whatever, going with the scale RC, it's definitely something that that a lot of people are into, making their RC look as real as possible. So I'm going to speak about a few parts that I've acquired throughout the time from the exterior, and I'll talk about, why I ended up going with the Axial setup. So if you guys have been watching YouTube videos throughout the years, you'll notice that, one of the major ones that are out there is RC Spark Studios. And me and Aaron have become pretty cool with each other, throughout the years. Definitely cool. It's always been fun watching, his wife, who has supported his channel. That I found to be amazing. Her supporting the channel and everything like that. Also, we got to see the birth of his son, Mo. And that was a pretty cool thing to experience, because he shared that with a lot of the viewers that are out there. Just to give you guys a heads up, I do have a daughter, and my daughter was a big inspiration of me doing my Stampede 4x4 Stampinky. I was hoping she would get into the RC game, but she has not, which is kind of sad, but, it is what it is. Bear with me 1 second, because I'm probably going to have a visitor coming in here, so I don't want them to cross over the camera. So I'll have to get a chair for them, so hold on. All right. go. Now, we're going to go from the exterior into the interior and a few other things that I'll go over with you on this type of setup. So, is that the slash behind the SCX10? No, that is not. I will lift this camera up and just show you what's in weight over there. So, there we go. I know a lot of people look at my channel and be like, yo, how does this guy have so many RCs and stuff like that? And, you know, and I think the major one, they asked me if I'm married. That's the major thing. No, just a regular guy, working and enjoying the hobby. All right, so let's begin. Let's start off with the tires. The tires are the Super Swampers that I wanted to get for this RC. It has a bigger wall on there. I think it was definitely a cool additive piece for me to put on there. It makes it a little bit really, it looks really scale for the RC itself. The rims, these rims are Integy rims. I'm most likely going to change these rims out to an RC four-wheel drive setup for it to look a lot a better scale setup. Even though these are really nice, I just want to upgrade it to a little bit better system setup for that. Now, if you're going to look at the exterior of this, as you can see, I'm going to go from the front down. So this is the Vanquish light bar kit. Very, very, very expensive, but very scale looking. Extremely bright. It runs on a 3S battery. I'm talking about brightness like you wouldn't believe. Also, this was from RC four-wheel drive, and this is by far one of the scaleless parts that I have on the RC, the jack. And the jack is pretty awesome. I wanted to put it on there just for it to have a scale look. There are the jack mounts. You can get that on eBay available. There's my canister over there, my gas canister that I put on the side. I saw a Jeep driving around with it. Usually you don't see Jeeps having it on the front. They usually have it on the back. I saw this guy have it on the front. I said, you know, that looks awesome. I'm going to do that to my Jeep. We're going to come across and look at the front. The front. Now, there's a new company that I've been working with as of late, and they are, you know, showing very inexpensive products that I think is beneficial to the hobby for you guys to just inquire about them and stuff like that, and work upon, you know, having these type of components for there. The name of the company, which leaves me right now. Hold on. I believe I have it right here, and I'm going to look it up. You get to see all the messages that I get on the Geo stuff on one. But hold on. 240 things flagged. It's interesting. I'm going to come across and look at this very quickly. You know, I like showing you guys pictures and stuff like that. So, downloading the logo. Okay, so the name of the company is called Apex RC Products. Definitely check them out. They have inexpensive products that are out there, especially their light bar kits. Really nicely set up. The way I have my light bar kit on this is specifically for my which initially it was not supposed to be mountable. They have a I'll show you what their logo looks like. Get a little bit of a right there. Apex RC Products. Tell them GeoStuff1 sent you and stuff like that. Really cool setup. Inexpensive prices. Inexpensive stuff, you know, at a good price. They do bags, they do batteries, they do a whole bunch of stuff. They do tools, they do lighting bars and stuff like that. I'm gonna be doing a little bit more and more. I'm gonna be doing more and more videos with this. Just showcasing stuff like that. So for you guys to check out, you know, in the near future, you're going to be seeing a whole bunch of stuff, but I'm going to come across and show you what I've installed into this RC from that company, which I haven't seen anybody install it. That's why I'm presenting this to you right now. So, let me take this. These are my jacks, from RC four-wheel drive. I ended up putting this. Why? Because I didn't want any flat spots on my tires, so I ended up acquiring this. They come in a pack of 2. You're definitely going to need 2 packs, so definitely a cool thing for you to add on to the RC itself. Now let's come across and look look a little bit closer for the RC itself. I'm gonna bring the camera a little bit down for you guys to see a few things. All right, so as you guys can see, I have the RC four-wheel drive plow. It is snowing in New York, and I like to go into the driveway and start plowing. It is mounted onto a servo, so it can go up, can go down. I ended up putting stainless steel screws from rcscrews.com. Also, I had to use different stainless steel screws from different other packs that I've had to mount it. Now, the light bar that I have right there, you're going to notice right here, this plugs straight into my receiver. It does have a dongle button. This is also from Apex, so definitely cool thing. Very very inexpensive. Like I said, Apex RC products, you'll be able to find that on Amazon. They have a whole bunch of stuff that's on there. I mean, I'm gonna put a link in the description below on this specific lighting bar, but definitely cool thing. This in actuality will be mounted onto a body of an RC, but after the measurements that I ended up taking it and noticing how it was installed into my plow, as you can see, it mounts pretty perfectly to the plow itself. I think it needed a little bit more light in the front for me to start plowing stuff, and I did have to use a few spacers on both sides just to have it, you know, set up exactly the way I wanted to. But definitely cool thing. Very, very bright setup. I will put a link in the description below. As you can see, I'm able to raise it, lower it, raise it, lower it. Definitely cool thing for you to acquire for your plow. Now, I'm going to keep on talking about the front because I do have a few additive pieces in the front. So this is the bumper that I utilize when I do not plow anything. This is also from RC four-wheel drive. And also the winch is from RC four-wheel drive, which is a cool winch, a worn winch, very scale for you to have. Usually mounts up over there. I wish I could mount this at the same time that I have it like this, to where it looks like this, but I cannot, the way the system is set up. But hopefully one day I could do something like that. But every scale vehicle should have a winch, because when you're doing crawling events, a lot of times they do events calling no touch. And primarily when you do no touch, you have to have a winch. You have to have a hook, which I do have a hook somewhere back there, which we'll get into that RC products very soon. So I ended up adapting that piece. Now, control of the unit. I needed to put a battery for there, so I ended up acquiring a battery. One of my hobby shop, Hobby Heroes, definitely check them out at hobbyheroes.com. Ended up giving me, I don't even know what size this is, 3S 11.1 volt battery, 850 milliamp, 75C rated setup. So this is going to mount on the inside of the body itself, or on the side. I have a mount for it just for me to control. Either I want to control off my controller, or just have the stability of controlling it off this. Now, this in actuality is for your keychain. You adapt that into your RC. Everything is powered. I'm able to go up, down, whatever. So this is also from Warren. I do have a part list below, but the part, since I have the box over here, I might as well read it off to you. Part list is Z-S1092. So definitely cool feature to have. You definitely need a winch if you are running scale vehicles, fixed scale crawlers. A lot of people, you know, do scaling, and you know they'll pick up their RCs and stuff like that. But there's a lot of people that just want to have, you know, no touch. So definitely a cool winch from RC four-wheel drive for you to have that. And this is going to be controlling the winch. Anyway, I just wanted to present that part to you, since we are still staying with the front part of it. All right. Now, I'm going to flip this around, and we are going to go to the rear. All right. We'll go to the rear of this. All right. So, as you can see, I do have the hot racing, I guess, hook, whatever, hot racing bungee cord, hot racing sleeping bag. I ended up strapping it right there, kind of make it a little scale. This is from right here. This is from RC four-wheel drive. I wanted to get the same type of setup to where I had the bumper, but I had the mount for my tire. Definitely cool, cool thing to have. Like I said, the part list description is below for you to check out if you're interested in having that for your Axial SCX10 Rubicon edition or whatever RC that you're riding. I ended up going this. I believe this is from Year Racing. They hate us because they ain't us. That I wanted a lot of people to watch when I'm, you know, crawling and stuff like that. Also, a lot of the accessories that I have over here are from RC Mart. I ended up, I believe it's from yeah, RC Mart, Year Racing or something like that. Definitely cool stuff, inexpensive stuff too for you to buy. I got the shovel, I got the pick, I got the axe. As you can see right here, I have the fire extinguisher. Everybody knows that when you, no matter what you're doing, if you're going out into the forest or anything like that, you do need a fire extinguisher. To me, it's a little bit, it's a little bit more scale of the vehicle for you to have that. So that being said, I'm gonna start taking out these body clips, and then we're gonna look at the internal part of the vehicle, what I have installed, and also the futuristic project that I have for this RC in the very near future, because I want this RC to be on point. So bear with me 1 second. All right, so let me get the side view of this for you guys to see what's going on. And does the fire extinguisher work? No, it does not. All right, so let me take off the body. And as you can see from the bottom, this is where I'm mounting the lights at. I should have juice enough for you guys to see the lights from the Vanquish LEDs. Let me see if I can get that on screen. And there you go. And this is what the lights look like from the Vanquish setup right there. Pretty bright. That's on 3S. If I could brighten you guys out. So that's where I mounted it, for it to slip down easily. I don't have to worry too much about it. Now I'm gonna put the body to the side and just speak about the other products that are out there that I've installed into this and what I'm gonna be planning to do very soon. Alrighty, so this is what needs to be done, and this is what I'm going to do. So I'm gonna flip this around on the side for you guys to see the underbelly of this unit. As you can see, I ended up changing out the center drive shafts. The center drive shafts that I'm utilizing are from MIP. Now, MIP makes one of the strongest products out there. There are pros and cons to it. The pro is strong drive shaft. The con is it does rust out a little bit. You have to maintain it. WD-40 and stuff like that. And I utilize marine grease for it to stabilize itself, to not get as rusty as it should be. All the screws that I have in here are stainless steel. Stainless steel, less rust, less abuse on there. I mean, you won't have to worry about breaking heads. Well, not really, but you know, if you have precision tools, it should work very well with you. I'm gonna flip this back over here and look at the top. Well, we'll come across and look a little bit more over here. As you can see, another waterproof Savox servo right here. Savox to me is one of the go-to servos that I like to utilize for my RCs. This battery right here is a 2S battery, Onyx. Cool thing to have on there. Let me see these shocks. The shocks that I want to go with, there are two different types of companies that I'm looking at. Hot Racing does have one that has like it's kind of a weird type of setup. Can't even describe it. It's not like a piggyback shock. It's something different. I can't even describe it off the top of my head. But I do want to upgrade these shocks. Even though the stock shocks are really well built, I do want to upgrade these shocks as well. Also, I do want to upgrade the body towers, the shock towers over here, and also what else am I looking to upgrade right here? I want to change these out as well. I want to get I don't want to get metal. I do want to get probably the RPM ones. Why? The RPM ones, I believe, cover this part up, which gives you a little bit more room to work with in mounting a few things up over there. And also, if you do go with metal, the scratches are very easy on that aspect if you are crawling. So I will opt not to go with the metal because, you know, the clearance of you scraping everything over here, you want it to be on point. All right. So let's go in the internal components of this. My transmission case, I changed every plastic piece in this transmission case to metal from Robinson Racing. All the gears from Robinson Racing are extremely well built. Definitely check them out, Robinson Racing. You're gonna notice that this is plastic. Don't make fun of me. I know it's plastic. I do have the upgraded um, the upgraded slipper clutch, which I wanted to buy, the Gen 3. Part number is 1557, Axial SCX10 Gen 3. High performance 87 tooth steel spur, 48 pitch. I do have it. I do have to install into there, and that's another upgrade that I'm going to be doing very soon as well when I do upgrade it. The motor that I am utilizing on there is the RC four-wheel drive 35 turn motor, as you guys can see right there, which I have that installed. And also the ESC that I'm utilizing, it's still the stock Axial ESC. That's right there. I am going to be changing out for a Sidewinder 3. It'll give me a lot more features that I need than I have on this already, and it will be water resistant. Alrighty, so let's talk about the Axial SCX10 version 1. Axial just released their version 2, and it's definitely, not that they just released it, but it's something that I should have jumped on immediately when I did have this RC and started upgrading. I mean, I'm sure I can transfer a lot of the parts that I have on this RC onto the new SCX10 too. But that being said, I do have a little nostalgia feeling with this RC and how I've customized it. What to expect in 2018. I am going to be doing the body. The body is going to be kind of a fun, playful body that you guys will know once you see it on the YouTube channel that that's something that I ended up doing. And you'll know it's a Geo Stealth R1 vehicle. I do want to upgrade the shocks. I do want to upgrade the rims. I do want to upgrade the ride height and probably different types of links and stuff like that I have to do. Maybe mounting the battery a little bit different. But I do want to upgrade this. I want to get the 3D printing from Knights Customs for the devil eyes, and then for me to put lights onto the front. And also Knights Customs, I am going to get the 3D printed for me to put lights onto the rear, make it a little bit more scale. Also, I do have the system to where if I turn right, the blinker goes right. If I turn left, the blinker goes red. If I brake, the brake lights go a little bit brighter and stuff like that. I'm gonna go over a few of the questions and answers, and also if you have any questions for me, I'll be able to do. New York City Bangers, Savox is one of the best servos for sure, definitely so. That body is dope. Well, it's a stock body. I mean, it looks a little bit different because I have all the additive pieces on there, so that's primarily it. Not too sure what I'm going to be doing with this RC in the near future. I am going to finish it up with the upgrades that I want to do on it. But that being said, new crawlers will be entering the Geo Stealth R1, fold very soon. So stay tuned for that. But if you are going to, my final thoughts on this. If you are going to get into the crawling game, Axial is one of the best companies, or the best companies when it comes down to crawlers, because of the way their systems are set up, and also because so many third-party companies support them. A few other companies have come to flourish and doing their own crawlers and working very well with doing their own crawlers. But by far, Axial, they in actuality cornered the market. Back in 2017, their product wasn't being released because of situations that were happening in China and stuff like that, the molds and everything like that, allegedly, and they weren't able to produce any products. Other companies have come through in producing crawling vehicles. They've done a really good job with it, but by far the go-to crawling RC is the Axial. A lot of the Axial products that are out there. I mean, it's just the third-party support is massive, with these rock crawlers, because you're looking at you're looking at a type of scenario where people want to have their scale vehicles out there. So my final thought, if you are going to get a crawler, the SCX10 which is out right now, is something to definitely look into, because it's something that would be in your arsenal if you are to get able to get a crawl vehicle. I would say your first one would be an Axial SCX10 or XCS10 So that being said, we've gone over all the parts and everything that I'm going to be doing on the upgrades. Hopefully this video was informative to you. Definitely check me out at GeoStealth1 on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and also Google+. Any questions that you have, definitely hit me up on GeoStealth1 at yahoo.com. Rate, comment, subscribe. Until my fellas up in YouTube. Later.